So I'm trying out this new chest mount, and it has a lot of potential, but I'm just not liking it so far. Let me show you what it looks like. It's basically a necklace with a magnet on the back, but the problem is it's bouncing around. So trying to figure out. There's really no way. I wish it was like a sticker. My chest is too hairy for that. So I thought I had found a solution on Amazon, but it's not looking like it's gonna be a solution. I'm pretty sad about that because now I have to go back to what I was doing before, which, well, we'll see how it looks, because this has the rock steady feature on Osmo action, my Osmo action, so it's stable anyway, but it just, I can feel it bouncing around. So let's see how it looks. They say variety channels are a bad idea, but you know, that's just what I'm gonna have to be doing, man. I mean, I guess I could have a channel for every single thing that I do. Like I have a ASMR channel where I just ride my bike, a channel where I ride my bike and I talk, a channel where I talk about sports, a channel where I talk about entertainment, channel where, you know, I could do that, but I'm just going about this not trying to work. Like right here, it's bouncing around a lot, and I wonder how that looks. Probably is tolerable, but it's probably not as good as, I bet right now it looks good because I'm flat, but once I like hit a bump, it's bouncing on my chest, and I don't like that. And I had a feeling, I looked at all the reviews for it, and they were like, if you're, you know, it was $20, so it was worth the chance. And I can send it back, even though I think I just threw the box away. But the review said if you're wearing baggy clothes, it's gonna bounce around. So I kind of was prepared. I'm not wearing baggy, it's like a t-shirt, a white plain t-shirt, but if I had on like a hoodie, and of course that's how the advertisement video looked. There was a guy wearing like a North Face jacket type, and I was like, oh man, that's exactly what I need. But I knew, like, logic told me, like, it's a necklace, so it's gonna be bouncing around up under my shirt. But as far as like putting it on, taking it off, taking it off isn't as easy as I thought it would be. The magnet is really strong. So that's how its downsides. It's not, when I try to take the camera off and take it from off under my shirt, the magnet, you gotta really wrestle with it and twist it. And you kind of gotta grab your lens. So, you know, it's kind of a tussle there. And I'm just weighing it out. The chest mount though, the chest mount wouldn't be so much of a problem if it allowed me to shoot straight like this. Being that I'm kind of hunched over, sometimes if I get into it, it starts pointing down at my handlebars, and I don't want to film my handlebars, I want to film straight ahead. So that's really the only problem with my chest mount is I have to like keep on grabbing it and pulling it up tighter towards my neck for it to look right. But it keeps sliding down as I move more and more. So that's just a lesson of life, man. Like, it's so hard to get something perfect. Like, just perfect just doesn't exist, man. I've got to get as close to it as I can, but It's impossible to achieve. So I'm curious to see how it looks. Hopefully it doesn't look bad. Hopefully you can't even tell. But it feels like it's gonna be all over the place. So if it looks good, keep in mind that I have an Osmo action camera. And this Osmo action camera is like the best. Like I had a couple of different GoPros. The quality of the footage is never as good, and the microphone is never as good, and the stabilization has never been good as this Osmo. Like this Osmo is so good, I can't see me getting another one unless they make them like the size of a quarter or something, you know, or they make them like what they need to make, which I've seen, is some glasses that film, which Ray-Ban has made some, but they only allow you to record for 130 seconds. But if they get some of those, it's on. And I have this like conspiracy theory that it's scary to think of, but in a universe of infinite possibilities, it is possible that we are already wearing those glasses. So it's kind of interesting how we're kind of starting to float into that realm. Time isn't linear. I don't think time is linear. Even Terrence Howard was talking about how everything in the universe is circular, is linear, or straight line. It's crazy. When I went to Best Buy, and I seen those glasses, a guy just popped up out of nowhere, and he was like, "Those glasses are cool." And I looked up at him, and I kid you not, he was cross-eyed. And it tripped me though. I wasn't high or anything, but it tripped me out. Like, he was making eye contact with me, but he couldn't look. It was so trippy, yo. And the fact that he was talking about, he was like a salesman for the glasses. And he couldn't make direct eye contact with me. It was like he couldn't look into me. It was so trippy, because I had already been thinking about that theory that we're like already wearing the glasses from the future that we made already. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. I had already thought about that. Like years ago, I had came up with that. I was like, oh, it's like, you know, getting paranoid and stuff, smoking weed. And yeah, I don't have my card today. I'm gonna have to sneak in. I just realized I don't have my card. But he couldn't look at me. Like, he was looking at me, but there was no focus. He was cross-eyed. And he was telling me about how he liked the glasses and how he did music and he would record himself playing the guitar. And I mean, just for him to pop up like magically. I love those glasses. I love these glasses. Yeah, I have some, I look up at him and he's cross-eyed. It's like, oh shit. Excuse my language. Here comes a Jeep behind me. Won't pass me. Come on, pass me. Deep. I find it happening a lot too. I'm like quietly being an asshole about somebody and they can't hear me, and they just end up being so nice to me. So here we go, sneaking into the park. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
It's all right.
And they can never hear me. I feel like I'm pretty loud. Now this is gonna be the real test right here for the camera. trail. I guess if I can keep it, if I stand up, but see, that's work. I don't want to have to be thinking about my camera, man. It's already enough thinking. Is it recording? That's enough of thinking. I don't want to be, well, let me stand up so it's not bouncing and being super aware of my filming. I don't want to be like that. I'm gonna take my shades off, like these off lights I got there. Because there are some huge spider webs through here, but I think it might still be a little bit too early for those. But towards the fall, man, them things get monstrous. What's cool with this though, if I could take it, like I could take it off and like film stuff up close and just snap it back. The magnet is dope, but I might just have to get some tight like thermal gear, like something like a real biking shirt. That might work. This shirt is kind of baggy. So I've been I uploaded 2 videos in the past 2 days because I filmed a lot of videos the past couple of days when I was riding different topics. So I'm like ahead and getting 0 views, which is not surprising. It's gonna be like that for a long time, especially until I say something in the video worth worth having a dope title. Like yesterday, it's the Carolina Panthers stadium. That was a trendy topic, but I don't want to be a news channel. I've been a news channel before. You get a lot of views, but they go away really fast after that news is old. So that's not good for what I'm trying to do here, which is YouTube retirement plan. I'm trying to have evergreen content that will get views forever. I be riding behind people being like, man, I can just kill this lady right now. I would never do that, but it's just crazy, like how oblivious people are. Like I could just walk up and slice her neck if I wanted, if I was a cold-blooded killer. Just like, nobody would ever see it. She's oblivious. But you're back out here in these streets. So I'm trying to do evergreen content that you can always click on it, and you'll always have somebody enticed to click on it. And I know what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about doing nature. Like, you know what's funny? My video that got the most views, the bike week video, I didn't talk at all in that one. I just people watched. And I think that is a niche that could do really well in the future. Like I had this idea for a channel called basically saying every video is like, what was so-and-so like in 2024? Because I don't know if you've ever seen, but those videos where they're like interviewing people from the 50s, or they're like New York in 1990. Now, granted, it's harder to find footage like that because, you know, there weren't many cameras or, you know, hobbyists doing videos. So, you know, it might be kind of harder, but I don't think there are too many videos, too many channels focusing on just like people watching. not saying anything, no opinions, just watching. And I think that's a good idea for the channel, or a channel. Just film. Just stand the camera up somewhere in a public place where nobody can harass you about it, and just film. I like I'm against it press. It's kind of what they do, but theirs is more about politics. But I like watching those videos where you just film and wait for somebody to come out and ask what they're doing. So I named my channel. Finally gave it a name now. As soon as I saved it, because YouTube gives you 14 days to, once you change your name, you can't change it for another 14 days. So as soon as I hit save, I thought of a better name. I was pissed. So the name I went with is Wealthily Thinking Out Loud. And I said, you know what, that's a little bit too finance. And I said, what's the real goal of this channel is YouTube retirement plan. And that's the name. So 14 days, I'm gonna change it to that. Cause that's, that's even more clickable. I mean, having that up under every video is, because sometimes I click on a video based on the name. Like I'm about to watch something and I check the name of the channel to see if it's somebody I know. And I see the name. Sometimes I'll decide if I click on something based on the name or decide to click based on the name. So all that stuff matters. Another thing I did is on my Carolina Panthers video, I put a thumbnail. Now I didn't try, I didn't go in ChatGPT and make a thumbnail. I'm not trying to try too hard. But I did do a thumbnail that's more clickable. I just basically put up a picture of the stadium. And then I'm like, how do I want to try? Should I try? I ain't doing nothing else. I might as well try a little bit. Because if I don't try, it's going to be a long road. See that now? I could put a little bit of effort, at least in the thumbnails. But, I think if I have a reason, I'll do it. Like that Carolina Panthers for the stadium. Because ultimately, I'm just trying to get people clicking. And when they click, I want to stick. So that's why this video will probably be something about, Osmo GoPro camera, new chest mount or something like that. And hopefully we'll get some people that come for the chest mount and stay for me. That's kind of my plan right now. Is just like with the Carolina Panthers video. Get some Carolina Panthers fans. I mean, I like Carolina Panthers. No, I'm not gonna be sitting here talking, and that's why I don't want to happen either. Is people coming for a certain thing and expecting it all the time. So that's why I went ahead and just keep talking about everything. And the viewers will drop off as they hear me talk about stuff they don't want me to talk about. They're probably looking at me like, how did he get in here this time? So that's that. What else? Let's put these shades back on. Yeah, because it's like these videos that I'm doing now, I shouldn't focus on evergreen content right now. I should focus on getting people over here and subscribed and just building up that small base, that small initial base, and just mix in evergreen content in the middle and just go naturally. Like some days I'll have some evergreen stuff to talk about, and by evergreen I mean like topics that I think is talking about. So I'm not talking about things that I already explained, things that you can come back and watch. Always relevant. Like nature. I can find some ducks and say 2 ducks in a pond, and that's gonna get clicked on. And that video stinks. That's gonna get it clicked on forever. People are always gonna look at ducks and it's not something that'll get outdated. That's gonna idea cars. I'm trying to think of something that I can do every couple of years without having to leave my town. And I think filming the street, like cars and things, like you'll be surprised, basically, what people watch. Like there are people who film trains, man, and people that and get hundreds of thousands of views. So people that want to watch trains and get, you know, satisfaction from that. So yeah, I might start doing that. Taking my camera, and taking the sound with me. So can't nobody be mad at me. Take it with me. Go film. Just film cars. Film people in the street. This motorcycle right here. And just do that. Because this is cool. But I'm a very particular type of individual. Like, I'm very vast. You're not gonna get me talking about, I mean, the one thing you probably will get me talking about for the next couple of years is growing this channel. Like, that's one thing I know I'm gonna talk about for at least a couple of years. I thought about just straight up sabotaging my main channel. It's got like 30,000 subscribers and just doing this over there and just jump starting it. It'll kill the page, but it'll get more views than I'm getting over here. People be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you uploading this shit for? What is this? I'll do this to turn off the comments. You know? I done thought about it a couple times, man. I got another channel too. So I think that channel, they kind of know me on there too. So I don't want to be known. But I do want to talk my thoughts out because this is really good therapy, man. Just going out, just talking to yourself, man, it's powerful. It's like nobody, you ain't got to worry about nobody responding, what they got to think, what they got to put in input, they 2 cents. No, let me just pour this out on you. Let me pour this out. Feels good.